It's imperative to get with the lender, get approved, so that when you see that house, you can make your offer before someone else gets it right underneath you.
Hey guys, Matt Smith here, Matt Smith Real Estate Group, and it's time for another community spotlight. Today we have SHAWN CORDRY with Flat Branch Home Loans. SHAWN, thanks for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. SHAWN is a staple in our community. He's always a part of community events and just really believes in our local area and our local community. And he's one of our go-to loan officers. So we just thought he would be a great fit to be on our show today. So SHAWN, let me start by asking you a question. So a lot of times we try to educate our clients. And we try to educate them when they're going to buy a house. What is one of the first things that they should do? We mentioned they should talk to a loan officer such as yourself. So from your words, why don't you tell our audience why it's important to talk to a lender first?
Very, very good. The reason you want to get with a lender before you get out and start looking at real estate is nowadays, especially, houses are selling within 2 hours after they're being listed. You don't have time to get with the lender afterwards. You have to get with the lender, get pre-approved, know your price range, know your comfort zone with the payment before you get with the realtor and start looking. So it's imperative to get with the lender, get approved, so you know what you qualify for, what you're comfortable making payments, so that when you see that house, you can make your offer before someone else gets it right underneath you.
Absolutely. The worst thing that could happen is in that situation, we have a buyer and they're like, this is the dream home. I want this home. Well, let me go talk to a lender first, because guess what? If I'm a seller and I have 3 other offers sitting on the table and you don't have a pre-approval letter, your offer doesn't look as good to me as a seller. And so what SHAWN and our team want to do is help you get pre-approved first, so that when you are able to present that offer, you don't miss it on that dream home, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you need to know what your payments are, what your costs are, so you make sure you have the money set up to buy the house. Right now, as you said, with so many people making offers on the same house, sellers taking the one that doesn't ask for anything or ask the least.
Yep.
So you've got to be prepared, know what your cost and payment is, so you're ready to buy, and that offer can be presented as soon as you're done looking at it.
Absolutely. And just so our audience knows, the pre-approval process is so painful, right? It takes forever, right?
No. It used to in the old days. It takes like 15 minutes on the phone. It's
Absolutely.
very quick. We sit and we ask you a quick application, pull a credit report. It takes 2 minutes to get the credit report, and then I run income versus debts, and within 15 minutes we know what you qualify for. And then the next question is, what are you comfortable paying?
Absolutely. Yeah, so I was joking there, obviously, is a lot of people think, oh my gosh, this is this big undertaking. SHAWN and his team here at Flat Branch make it super easy, and in 15 minutes or less on the phone, you can have a pre-approval in hand and ready to go house shopping. Another important part is loan options. So a lot of people, a big myth still is, and it blows me away because we do this every day, but there's a lot of people that don't understand all the loan options available. And so if they talk to professionals such as yourself, they can know of maybe a VA loan, another 0% down or low down payment loan. It's no longer I have to have 20% down to buy a home.
No. Our area, we're blessed in the Fort Leonard Wood area, Rolla, St. Robert, Waynesville, up and down the corridor of I-44, we're blessed to have rural development, a zero down loan. We have VA for our veterans, and we have for our civilians, we have zero down loans. So we do 90% of our loans are zero down loans, getting people in for no money other than the closing costs. And it used to be seller paid closing costs. Now, because of the situation with all the offers, you may have to pay your own, but that's where your realtors and I are good at putting that together. So when you make your offer, you know what you have to do.
And if you talk to yourself up front and get with a good real estate agent and have that honest, open communication, they know what to expect, so it's not a surprise at the end.
Yeah, exactly,
right? Yeah.
Exactly. And it's all just education. There's VA, there's rural development, there's FHA, and there's conventional. But not only that, that's our national loans. We're also lucky to have local banks in here that allow us to get other loans that I even can't do, but they can help you. If you have some money, even if you have some credit problems, we're getting people in our community with every situation. It's just us guiding you to who's best for you.
Absolutely. That's a great point. Thank you so much for mentioning that, because one of the things that I really adore about SHAWN and his team is that, number one, it's a very smooth process. But number two is, even if he can't get you the loan, guess what? Because he is such a staple in our community, because he gets along so well with other local banks and other things that maybe can get a little more creative, I guess would be a good word, with their loan options. He will put you in the right direction to make sure you can get what you need. Even if he can't do it, he can be a resource for you.
That's our goal.
Yep, absolutely. So SHAWN, tell us a little bit about what makes you and your team here at Flat Branch Waynesville different, and then maybe Flat Branch as a company? What makes you guys stand out?
Very good. We are a mortgage banker versus a mortgage company. A mortgage company uses other people's money, so they have to send their paperwork to another underwriter, another closer to get it done. We're blessed to be a mortgage banker. We have our own money that we lend on. So it allows me to have my own processors, my own closers, my own underwriters. So we do everything in-house, and it makes it much simpler process. Allows our guidelines to be more lenient because it's our money, so we can make more decisions. So it's just like you said, we do a smooth process, but it's because of the backing I have in my company and the setup we have to make everything run one department to the other to closing.
Absolutely, and a lot of things, I mean, just from a real estate perspective, real estate agent perspective, one of the things that's frustrating in our seat is sometimes buyers will come to us from maybe a bigger lender, a 1-800 lender, if you will, something online, and they say, hey, I'm pre-approved. And then we get down to the week before closing and it all blows up because they didn't actually do their due diligence properly on the lender side. And it's very frustrating from our perspective because I want to help the clients.
Yes.
And if the clients get let down.
You want it to be a smooth process for them.
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing they ever purchase in their life. So you want it to be as smooth as possible. And it's important for you to have an educated loan officer that can ask the right questions up front so that everything gets addressed day one.
Absolutely.
Not the third week when they're already done the appraisals and the third party inspection.
Yeah. Can you imagine a family of, say, just a normal family of 4, they go through, and they get to the week before closing. Their family's all excited for a new home, and then I, as the real estate agent, have to be the one to deliver the bad news because they didn't go through the right process with a lender like you.
Smart. So, that's very true.
So that's a little bit of why we're meeting with Shawn today, so you guys understand, is that I wanted to educate you on it's very, very important to get with the right team and the right people. Shawn is one of our trusted lenders for a reason, because we trust him to take care of our clients and make sure that you guys get what you deserve and get the best service that you can. All right, Shawn, you're a pretty humble guy, but I'm going to give you a chance to brag on yourself a little bit. Okay. So how long have you been in this business?
Been in it for 36 years. Been a long time.
Yeah.
And a lot of changes.
I didn't even think you were 36 years old.
I'm not.
Look at you.
I started before birth.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you've been doing it for a long time, and so it's very important that not only have you been doing it for a long time, but you've always been really, really good at it. And so what that means is, like we talked earlier, is if we send one of our clients to you, we know they're going to get taken care of, and we know there's not going to be the last minute items, the last minute uh-ohs, because those are no fun when you're buying a home. And so tell us a little bit about how that experience has kind of helped prepare you to make that a smoother process for the client.
Well, be honest with you, I'm a blessed guy that started a change in the industry back 36 years ago. When I first got in, you were straight to the loan officer, and they started me in a group of us, I think 8 or 10 of us at the time, to become processors. So I first processed, then closed, then underwrote before I ever became a loan officer. Wow. So unlike your average loan officer who's really just hoping the computer he enters the information, hopes the computer answers it, I know all the departments and I know the manual regulations that allow me to know when that box computer can't answer it, I know what's still available.
Absolutely.
So I'm just blessed with the knowledge I have to share that with the buyers and help people get approved that wouldn't normally.
Yeah, so it allows you to get creative, and a terminology that popped in my head is that you were in the trenches, so to speak. Yeah, you learned, you weren't just, I'm a loan officer and let everybody else, the processor, do their job. You know how to do the processor's job, so you know what to look for.
Yeah. And that's true, because when Jenny gets filed, all the questions I answered, the inquiries on the credit report, why the late pays, we address all that at Loan App, so when she gets it, it's already put together for her. Makes her job a lot simpler.
Absolutely. So I'd be doing a disservice I didn't mention Jenny. He mentioned her processor. She is the best in the business by far.
She's the strong point in our organization.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but she's the glue that holds it all together. Absolutely. So maybe we can get her in an interview one of these days. But
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we need to recognize Jenny because she's superwoman. Why should somebody reach out to you to get pre-approved? Why should they pick you in particular?
Well, based on what we just discussed a minute ago, probably the biggest reason is knowledge. Knowledge is so important. The industry, because of computers, has all come to the younger generation just inputting information and the computer making the decision. But that's only for a square box. Yep. If you have, in every single file, as you know, every borrower is different. Nobody's perfect. Nobody has the same credit. We've all had life issues and different situations that required a look at everybody differently. And so every file has something different. Literally, as you got experience, everybody buying a home is different, every single one of them. You just got to understand it all to understand what the situations are to guide them through it. And basically, it's just my blessedness of having the knowledge over the last 36 years lets me know instantly what questions to ask and what to do to guide them to what we can and can't do. And even if we can't get you approved, if you do what I tell you, we'll have you approved in 3 months, 6 months, a year, if you do what I tell you to do, because I know what has to be done, and I can tell you what 2 things to go out and get credit-wise, or what to do to get you to the point.
That's a fantastic point. I didn't plan on talking about it. Let's hit on that for a little bit. So let's say that we bring a borrower to you and we try to get pre-approved to buy a home, and then something's happened in their life and they're not quite ready. One of the things I really enjoy about working with you and your team is that you'll walk them through. If you do A, B, C in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months down the road, if you do this process, we'll be able to get you into your dream home.
Yeah.
And actually help hold their hand a bit through that process of what exactly it looks like, and then follow up with them to make sure that their dream can come true.
Yep, exactly what it is. If we're blessed all in the industry to have a backdoor to the credit bureau, that if your score, most credit bureau or most lending requires somewhere between a 580 to 620 credit score, depending on the loan program. But we pull a credit report, if it says you have a 560, I have a backdoor to the credit bureau, as all of us lenders do, that tells me, I'll say I need 40 points to get to that, what that credit score is required. It will tell me what to do exactly to get there. It will say, pay this Bank of America credit card down $260. Pay the Star card down $900. It will tell you what 2 or 3 things, or just one thing, whatever it may be, to pay it down, and then that will tell me to get it up to $600. And then you just have to have 3 things paid on time for a 12-month period. That combination gets you into home every time.
Yeah, and so Sean makes it sound like, oh, it's so simple, which it is because he's done it so many times.
Because I break it down, yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of lenders out there won't take that extra step.
That's true.
And so there's so many home buyers out there that if they would have the right conversation with the right lender and partner with the right real estate team, we can help them solve those problems. So it's not a no, it's a no for now.
Yeah.
But if you do A, B, C, guess what? In 3
I'll
months,
see you
could be
in
in the home.
3 months, and we will get this done for
Absolutely.
you. And we have people come back all the time that have done what I've said, and they're now in a house.
Yeah.
So
just helping them make dreams come true,
yes,
right?
Yes, the biggest thing you'll ever do in your life.
Well, Sean, thank you so much for being here today. If somebody is interested in reaching out and getting pre-qualified, seeing what the process looks like, how would you like for them to get a hold of you?
Awesome. You can stop by our office, you can give us a phone call, or you can get on our website, or you can apply online.
Thank you so much again, Sean. This is great. It's always a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.